Hello and welcome to a new video, and you find me at Silverstone in a McLaren Artura, as you do. So as you saw in a previous video, hopefully if you watch the channel, I drove the Artura on the road around Goodwood, and I found it to be one of the best cars that I've ever driven. So today, thanks to Pirelli and McLaren, I've got the opportunity to drive the Artura around the track, and not just any track, Silverstone. So it's going to be really interesting to see what it's like on the limit, because obviously they're going to do that on the road. So we've got track modes, we can have it set in all of the optimum for that, and I've got a pro driver with me as well to give us some pointers. So going to get 2 runs with about 4 or 5 laps each time, and hopefully I will progress a little bit. So let's see how it goes. What's that, mate?
Have you ever put a crash on me?
I look like such a professional racing driver.
You do, yeah.
Feel alright? Yeah, that's great. Right. So, jump on it. So keep your hands at a 1/4 to 3 position. Yep. A right paddle shift towards you will go up again. Left paddle to change down. I'll run through the modes. Obviously, this dash display and setup is what we developed for the McLaren Artura, and then we carried it over in the Artura, now the new 750S. So when you start the car for the first time, it will default in electric mode, but you can toggle through here as you go through. You can choose comfort, sport or track. Obviously in electric mode it will run purely in electric until you completely deplete the battery. On the left hand side here we've got the handling side of things, so we've got comfort, sport and track again in terms of damping. So it's really impressive actually. In comfort mode on the road, the ride quality is really compliant, really nice and soft, soaks up the bumps really well, but in track mode it's extremely stiff, very firm. So when you've got a nice flat surface like Silverstone, track mode is fantastic, you can get the most out of it. So this is like more engine mapping then? Yeah, this is the powertrain. Yeah. So right side's a powertrain, so it does throttle response, the gearbox, the engine, whether you're running in electric or on the combustion engine. And then the left hand side is the handling, so it's going to be the ride quality and the damping of the car. Okay. So for this first session, obviously try and understand, learn as much about the car as you possibly can, but the main thing is just learning the track, because you're not driven around here before. The GP circuit's fantastic track, but it is a lot to take in, and there's a few areas that look quite similar. Sure. So you need to know what corners are coming up, whether it's a faster corner or slower corner, right, so that you're braking and controlling the car speed accordingly. Right. We'll run the powertrain in track mode, because that's also the fastest charging on the battery. So what's really cool, once we get going on track with the regen of this car, is the battery will be running nearly full the whole time. Right. We struggle to deplete it on track, which is really cool. When the battery is fully charged, you've got about 17-18 mile range, max. But what's really cool is the regen is so good that you can charge the car multiple times on a charge. So you could use up that electric charge, get it into track mode and fast charge it, and then use it again later on the drive. So even though the range isn't huge, you've got the opportunity to use it over and over, because
does that give you more horsepower?
Because it recharges itself so well. So basically you've got a 3-litre turbocharged V6 engine in the back, produces 585 PS, and then you've got an electric motor which is bolted between the engine and gearbox, and that produces another 85 PS. So in total you've got 680. Right. Model year 25 cars have got a different mapping on them, and they've got 700 PS now. Right. If you've got a model year 23 or later, you can take it in and they'll do the upgraded maps. You'll have 700 PS. Right. So you basically got 700 PS at the rear wheels only. Right. And then you're in a very lightweight carbon fibre monocell. Sure. So the dynamics and the handling on track is fantastic. Right. You'll really enjoy it.
Does the electric motor fill in the torque?
Yeah, torque fill as well. So it feels instant all the time. So anywhere, obviously with a turbocharged engine, you don't really get any lag on these model days, but there's always going to be like a tiny element there. But with the electric, you just feel like you've got this torque infill all the time, so it always feels like super responsive. Sure. So that's it. So when you're ready, Carl, we can head on out, buddy. Yeah, good to go. And then just nice and steady down the pit lane. Keep an eye out for anyone walking across. It's a bit quieter down the far end here, it's rather busy at the start there. And then when you're driving on track, you want to try and lock your thumbs into the steering wheel, that 1/4 to 3 position. And then you're going to drive all the way around with your hands in that position. Don't worry at the hairpins if your arms are nearly crossing. So where we join the track up here, we join at a very fast section of circuit, so it's important that we keep to the right, do not cross the blend line, because there could be cars coming through this left really quickly. So we're into the loop section, so you've got a very tight right-hander, and then you're into a left-hand hairpin. So a very tight section of circuit. So for the left, you can come down to second. And then the exit's quite important here, because it leads us out through Aintree onto the Wellington straight. So gently on the pound, up to third, looking through the corner, gradually turning in. Try and hold a constant throttle through the bend if you can. Good. Up to fourth, stay to the right. You've got Brooklands coming up, which is a tightening left-hander. Braking now, nice and firm. Fourth, brake, 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 brake. Make sure you learn the track first.
Sure. Yeah.
It's third gear ideally for this one. Follow it through, keep your vision up. You're looking ahead for the exit point. Gently on the power, use all the circuit as you come out. Up to fourth, balance the throttles. You've got a quick kink up woodcut here. So Cops corner coming up, so I want to be braking now, down one gear. Gently release and turning in, balance throttle, speed's good there. Use all the road on the exit. And then you're going to bring the car back over to the right hand side. No need to brake, carry your speed into the left, all clear. And then usually you'll have a soft brake in a straight line here to get through the right. You don't want to turn in and brake, because then you can spin off into the wall on the right. Again, you'd have a small brake before this corner, and then you can take it all the way through. This last bit's the important part, Carl, because that's going to carry your speed and your momentum onto the hanger straight. So you kind of carry good speed through the first part of Maggots, compromise the middle part of Beckett's, and then try to carry your speed off of the last part onto the hanger straight. This is good. Gradually back to the left, coming up to Stoke Corner. Keep it going. Good. So braking now. You're going to come down 2 gears. Gently release the brake. Probably gone in a little bit early. You'll get away with it. Just got to watch the exit curve doesn't creep up on you. Good. And then you're going to come back to the right. We'll let this car go after the next sequence. So braking hard down to third. Tight left. Very tight left. So just take a bit more speed out next lap through there, so you don't run too deep.
It's very technical, isn't it?
Very technical all the way. Track knowledge is key. If you don't know where you're going, you'll be all at sea.
A lot to learn. It's a lot more technical than Goodwood. Although Goodwood's pretty technical, but this is a whole different ballgame. This is a lot more technical and a lot faster, and there's a lot more corners that can catch you out, certainly before the straight and after the straight. It's very technical, and you're on it in no time, and so a lot to learn. But I'm going to go out again in a bit, and hopefully I'll do a little bit better. Okay, let's just walk you through the Pirelli P-Zero Experience. We've got a smoothie bar there, and let's have a look inside the pits. We've got a Mercedes Formula 1 car. Which is pretty impressive in the flesh. And we've got a range of P-Zero tyres and all the other different types that they use for Formula 1. This is where we had the driver briefing that you saw earlier. We've got a bit of a lounge going on for coffees and teas. Rather lovely motorcycle, Ducati, all the Italian stuff. Okay, it's really interesting to see all the different types of tyres or types of tyre that Pirelli get involved with. We've got P-Zeros on racing bikes there, which is pretty neat. Okay, so as well as the sort of media drive that I'm on today, you've got customer drives. People have brought, as you saw in the car park, they've brought their own cars along, but also customers of Ferrari, Maserati and McLaren can drive some of the Ferrari's own cars. There you go, this is where people sign up. This is where all the noise is coming from. Okay, so we can sign up there for a test drive. Sign up with Maserati for a test drive. Some media guys taking much better film than me. This is where the McLaren sign up is. Got a 720 race car. GT, very nice. Okay. Hiding away in the corner. It's bug one. Veyron Super Sport. La Ferrari. Nice with the registration 16 LAF. That's pretty cool. Enzo's looking pretty sharp in its natural habitat. 918 in Martini colours. That looks really smart. Looks like it's got seen some action. It's like a sweet shop in here. Just wander over, see what's going on over here. Yeah, it is a Challenge Stradale, so seen through glass would appreciate that. Very nice condition. See if we can take a look out on the track. There's all the owners of their cars heading out, which we will be doing in a minute. It's not good watching it put down. Okay, second run of the day. This is where you realise I've learnt nothing.
Yeah. Radio check? How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
All okay?
Yeah, good.
There you go. Make sure you obviously get your braking in the medium and fast corners. We'll have our braking finished and try and be back to a balanced throttle to keep the car level.
Yeah.
Into the tighter ones, if we're trailing a bit of braking,
sure.
It's not so bad. But bear that in mind, keep your vision up, keep looking and planning ahead. I'll still your rearview mirror again.
Okay.
You keep an eye on the windows. And then ready when you are, you can select first.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you clear left, a little bit of throttle. You'll be underway.
Nice. Two tight technical areas are just after the end of the straight and before the start of the straight.
Yeah, well, you've got Abbey and Farm, and then you've got that tight sequence. And then obviously the end of the Wellington straight, you've got Brooklands and Luffield, which are quite tight. And then you do Cops, Maggers and Beckett's all quite quick. Stowe. And then, like you say, towards the end of the lap, before the main pitch straight again, you've got Club and Vale, which is a tight section again. So, yeah. Good, so gently build the speed up. Remember, don't cross the blend line.
Sure.
Stay hard right as you come out. Just turn this temp down a bit. Yeah, stay on to the right. And you're looking good actually, Cole.
Yeah.
All good, mate. You can come onto your line. Distance, we'll keep going in. So yeah, to the time right, remember to brake, brake. Just reset that for you, mate. So over to the right, late apex. That's it, use all the road on the exit. Looking ahead, really smooth with the steering. Gently turning in. That's it. So braking down, that's constant pressure. Late apex. Always backing in. Third. Up the inside with the double apex here. Keep pushing ahead towards the circle on the exit. Speed off before the corner, right out to the left, and the right's a constant radius all the way through. And then it kind of inspires your confidence once you get that feeling. You think, oh, I can push it a little bit more here, I can feel where the limits are.
Yeah, and when you think there's not a huge amount of cars at this price point that are car controls, are there?
Yeah, no, exactly.
You know, you'd be paying a lot more.
Probably on this one.
Yeah, kind of got a few corners a bit better, but then kind of made a couple of big mistakes again. But
No, like I say, the hardest thing is just if you get one wrong, it has a knock-on effect, or if you just think you're somewhere you're not, it can have a big consequence. Nice one, Carl.
that's great.
Nice one, mate.
Cheers. Hopefully,
fun.
if I see you again, I'll be a bit better.
Yeah, no, good. Improving all the time, that's the main thing. As long as you're improving, it's all good.
But no,
Carried some good speed.
I think the second, yeah, that's it. I could feel it, like you say, dancing around on the blocks.
Yeah, especially Abbey and Cops.
Yeah.
Like when you got it wrong, we got to brake a bit early so you could get off the brake. It's so easy when you brake late. Obviously, these cars build up speed so quickly, and then the corner, like when I just did a ride up, I did nearly 170 down into Stowe in the little Artura. It's crazy, it's so good the car.
Yeah.
And but you have to then anticipate. So when you're getting a better exit onto here, then the next one's arriving faster. So then you've got to move your points.
Got to up
slightly.
your game and know each corner.
Yeah, but when you got it right and you've got the brake release, you can carry the speed through. Whereas if you leave it too late and you're still hard on the brake on the nose when you arrive at the corner, you don't want to turn in because you know that you've got the rear axle unloaded. So when you get the braking point right, it all syncs up and flows, and you definitely got that at the end of the
It is, so it feels so definitely just like you feel that you've got it right. You can see
that
to your back.
momentum, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. Well, second time, a little bit quicker. Still made a few mistakes, but it's amazing how when you get it right, it just dances. You completely feel the seat of your pants. Once you've actually hooked up a few corners, you can feel it dancing around on the blocks. Yeah, because they're road tyres. But yeah, what a car. As I said with the road drive, the fact that you've got the carbon chassis, you really feel that rigidity to it, and it's completely planted, and you just feel part of the car. So you really know when you get it wrong, as you'll see in the video. But when you get it right, it just flows so nicely. So yeah, what a great car. Wonderful on the road, wonderful on the track. amazing experience, and what an amazing car. A little bit slow initially on the track. It's quite a technical, complicated track compared with Goodwood. Certainly that's my experience anyway. But I think I got quicker in the second session. Got a little bit better in those technical sections, and you could really feel it sort of dancing on the blocks on the road tyres. And when you hook up several corners, you can really feel when you've got it right. So it's really rewarding, and you can really feel that you're connected to that carbon tub. So I think it's almost, once you've had a carbon tub, you're never going to go back. So it's really stiff, and you feel that connection. Obviously the drive modes as well, moving through to track, give you all that stiffness and that race car type feel. But then, as we found on the road drive, you can just knock it back and you can use it every day. So yeah, I was impressed on the road, and I'm impressed on the track. Thanks very much to McLaren for the opportunity of driving the Artura. I'm just as impressed, or more impressed, than I was before. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you get a chance, and hit the notification bell, as it lets you know when I produce new videos. Plenty more videos to come, and hopefully some more of this kind of action. And anyway, bye for now.